Hey everyone, Alex here. Today we're going to be traveling to Schloss Fantaisie and the adjacent Salamander Trail. The castle is located about 3 miles from the city of Bayreuth. As you can see from this map, there are 3 parking areas. I parked at the top left, which is closest to the museum. The middle one seems to be the main lot, and the one at the bottom right is way downhill and a hike to get to the Schloss. I believe everything is free. The building was inherited by Friederike Sophie, who you might be familiar with if you visited the Opera House or residence in Bayreuth. She was the daughter of the Margrave couple Wilhelmina and Frederick, basically meaning she was a princess. Her husband was kind of a dirtbag, and it's a long story, but she moved into the Schloss Fantaisie by herself in 1763. They were never technically divorced, so she was able to keep her title while he kept tabs on her and supported her financially. The Schloss now holds a garden museum, which costs €3.50 to enter. They were very nice at the front desk and gave me a giant packet of paper, providing translations to all the exhibits in English. There are bathrooms inside, and it looks like there's sometimes a little beer garden open outside as well. The exhibits are about the literal history of gardens. They describe the difference in function of gardens in the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. It talks about different styles like Baroque, Rococo, Absolutism, Neoclassical, Historic, and Modern. There are a few specific rooms about the history of the Schloss Fantaisie Gardens and about Friederike Sophie. My favorite exhibit was about winter gardens and the lengths the wealthy would go to keep orange trees alive in the harsh European climates. The grounds of the Schloss Fantaisie are beautiful, and after learning about gardens and the property, you're able to appreciate them a little bit more. One of the trails leads into another trail called the Salamander Trail, which takes you through a sandstone gorge and a protected wildlife habitat. I didn't realize that the paths in Schloss Fantaisie actually connect to the Salamander Trail, so I drove to another entrance about 8 minutes away. Google Maps is a little bit confusing, so let me explain. Google Maps is going to take you to this spot, which is kind of sketch and makes it look like you're going down a private road, but you're going to want to park here instead. There's a small parking area and clear trailhead markings. There's a steep stairwell which leads you to a path right down into the valley. It's a beautiful walk overall, and while I didn't see a salamander on the actual trail, I did spot one while I was walking around the Schloss Fantaisie grounds. It was pretty cool. Overall, this would make a good half-day trip depending on how much time you spend in the museum. I'd go out for a nice dinner and some shopping in Bayreuth afterwards, personally. I'll leave some helpful links in the description, but overall, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave a comment if you know of any other good places to explore in this area. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.